Scott. Hub Media. Today we're doing the December show with Lil from CMHA, Brant, Haldeman, Norfolk region. You cover it all. You're always busy, and we're getting ready for the holidays, Lil. First of all, happy holidays. And I got a couple questions to
Thank you.
throw at you. Are you ready?
No,
No, you're not. Well,
but I will be.
that's
My
perfect.
barometer is December 1st.
Yeah,
December 1st, that's when the Christmas mode goes in.
that's when it all starts.
Yeah.
But one of the things I often see with people is the reflection part of the end of the year that's coming really quickly now is, you get into that mid-December and the parties and all that. You're kind of reflective on the year. And I often wonder with folks, like I remember my dad was always really good at Christmas, but so was the alcohol. He had an addiction issue for sure. But I often wondered if that would have been a turning point for him. You know what I mean? If he could have just saw looking back at his year. Do you guys see a lot of people get reflective and then come to you guys with advice, wanting advice for battling an addiction?
Yes. Now, rumor has it that around the holidays is when people really start to get, suicide rates are high, etc. But it seems to be after the holidays, right? Like, after the new year, where you're kind of in a new year now and you're getting very reflective. Like what has happened to my life in the past year? What have I accomplished if I've accomplished nothing or whatever? Or it's not where I wanted to be is not where I am right now. So that's where the reflection comes in. And absolutely, this is a good time. Like January, you can kind of turn it to the better instead of reflecting on, what you didn't accomplish. So this is a time to just kind of look forward and ahead. And if you've been struggling with addiction issues, mental health issues, but just haven't been able to take that step or make that call, this is really a good time to think about, make that call. It is really okay to not be okay and to seek help. There's no shame in that. That's what we're here for. So make 2024 the year that you're going to make that call and improve what's going on in your life. Mhm.
I had no clue. I looked at an old 2021 report and it said at that time, and I'm sure this number is still the same, it was like, 20% of the Canadian population has an addiction issue. So,
Yes.
and it listed alcohol, cannabis, cocaine, gambling, meth, opioids, and prescription drugs as sort of their top one, two, three, four, five, six, seven, I guess. And it
Yeah.
blew me away. I didn't realize that many folks were struggling. And I think
Hmm.
the nice part about this show is we can sort of say, hey, look, there's that many. It's okay. You're
Yeah.
not alone, right?
Certainly not alone. I mean, we're in the midst of an opioid crisis, and it got worse with the onset of the pandemic when everyone was either laid off or home or had way too much time on their hands because everything was just shut down. Like I said, we're in the middle of an opioid crisis, and it's certainly not alone. You may think that you're the only one that's struggling with addiction issues, but you're certainly not. Like the numbers are staggering. So, please don't feel ashamed or embarrassed to reach out for help because you certainly are not alone. You're not alone.
And I think we kind of feel like we're isolated in Haldeman, Norfolk, and Brant, that, oh, it's not here, but it's here
Mhm.
more prevalent than we even realize, is it not?
Oh, for sure. Absolutely. Like I said, we are in the midst of a terrible opioid crisis that doesn't seem to be improving. And in order to really start to make a dent in the numbers of overdoses and people who become addicted to substances, we really need to reach out and target these individuals that may be struggling. We always tell people to call and reach out and this and that, but it's a two-way street, right? The van in Haldeman, Norfolk is an amazing. It is an on-site mobile response unit to talking about drug education and passing out naloxone kits and things like that. So that type of community outreach is very important as well to reach individuals who may be struggling with addictions. But the other side of the coin is calling us is free, right? Make that call. Mm-hmm.
Do people think, I'm curious because do folks with addiction think they're in control?
They know that they they are not in control. However, they cannot stop. Okay. Addiction is a powerful, powerful thing that unless you get the proper support and treatment, it's very difficult to just kick it on your own or deal with the abuse on your own.
And is it, I mean, you often hear this, and I'm just going to throw it out to you.
Hmm.
You often hear that people have to hit rock bottom
Hmm.
to
Hmm.
realize. I mean, I think change comes from within, but if you
Yes.
have those supports in place,
Yes.
maybe change is a little easier.
Yes, absolutely. Making a change and seeking treatment or assistance for what you're going through on your own is extremely difficult. With support, it becomes a little easier. Rock bottom, we hear that all the time. You have to also want to change. You also want to make, stop using substances or seek support. So it is a two-way street, right? You also need to want it before that support can assist you. Yeah.
And I know you guys, and we'll put it on the screen during
Mhm.
today's show. It's a 1-800 number, I believe, that they can call. And that's like an intake. So there's someone there they could talk to, right?
Yes, we do have a 1-800 number, but also there is a direct line to both of the agencies.
Okay. Yep.
And yeah, so like I said, 1-800 is for if you're calling long distance, but there's also direct lines to both the Brant location and also the Simcoe location.
Yeah, I'll put those two up because I know we've used those in the past. I appreciate that.
Yeah,
And I think it's just important that, folks realize that there is help, right? I mean, it's that first step. I get it. It's not easy, but once you make that step, you're going to
yeah,
feel better about getting healthy again and knowing who you are personally.
yes, absolutely. So let's make 2024 the year that you reach out.
You got any shout outs you want to give? Merry Christmases, Happy Holidays, anything like that?
Merry Christmas and happy holidays to everybody in Brantford, Haldimand, and Norfolk counties. We have enjoyed working with you, all of our community partners, and we look forward to that ongoing relationship. We're in it together. Okay.
Happy holidays, Lil. Take care.
Thank you. Bye bye.